Hello, my name is Sierra Elston, and I'm the Coordinator of Wellness Education for the William Magee Center for AOD and Wellness Education. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce the William Magee Center and share some of the exciting opportunities and events we will have available for students in the fall semester. Before I dive into discussing our work, I want to provide some insight into our history and the events that laid the foundation for who we are today. Our work is the fulfillment of William Magee's dream to help others. William Magee tragically passed in 2013 after struggling with substance use, and our center was created in response to the need for substance education and recovery support here at the University of Mississippi. We have continued to grow, and we now offer support for a variety of health topics relating to the 10 dimensions of wellness. If you're interested in learning more about those 10 dimensions of wellness and how they relate to overall well-being and student success, I encourage you to visit our website, magee.olemiss.edu. We will watch a brief video on the next slide that goes into detail about our background and the events that led to the creation of the William Magee Center.
There were these warning signs that none of us put together. But now when we look back, these were all there the freshman year. And it just breaks our heart that we couldn't put all those together.
I ran into a friend of William's, a classmate. He had not heard that William had passed. I said, he passed away from an accidental drug overdose. His words were, I just cannot believe this. He said, he seemed like such a good guy. And I, was just taken back. And I said, he was a good guy. He was a great guy. And this can happen to great guys. It happened to a great guy.
William was a good guy. He was a great guy. And I think that's a really important point to make, that this happens to anybody. And William was a great guy, and that doesn't mean that he's immune to the perils of addiction.
Parents and society as a whole need to realize that in today's world, and the technology that we have, the mobile technology, it's very common for young people to compartmentalize their life.
He really was everything that you would want in a son. I think that missing piece, he had just a bit of anxiety, and that was the connection that he had with alcohol and drugs. When he was first exposed to it, I perceived that he kind of made him in with the cool crowd and just took away a little of that anxiety. And, it's just as it escalates from one thing's okay, then the next thing, he just came to the point then that he couldn't step away from it. But all the time, until the very end, totally managed being on an SEC sports team, in the Croft Institute and the Honors College, keeping up a high GPA, active in fraternity, had a girlfriend, it was just very, he really juggled a lot of balls for a while until he couldn't.
Institutions of higher education, whether that be Ole Miss or anywhere else, we continue to struggle with alcohol and other drugs. Students continue to struggle. Some of that is, mental health issues and the escalation of and identification of those issues. Some of it's the age range of these students. Some of it is the transition to college and dealing with freedom. Some of it's access to drugs. There are a lot of different variables that basically accumulate as students enter into the collegiate environment that we've continued to struggle with as institutions of higher education.
David has an obvious passion to prevent another family from going through what he and Ken and his surviving kids have gone through with William. So for the past year or so, I've been trying to help him succeed and help Ole Miss get proactive in setting up a program to intervene and identify students who need help, and maybe remove some of the stigma that prevents many of them from asking for help.
Students today tell me we don't always know how to recognize when someone is struggling. And I think that's the real point of this center and why this is so needed. It's that education, frankly, that we as parents needed.
For me, we're we're family. We talk about that a lot, and families take care of one another. You know, when I'm hearing this story and the passion from Kent and David about, you know, what they went through, what the experience was for them and for William, it made sense that we needed to tell this story. We needed to talk about this more. So a good family talks about their problems and talks about the issues. And I felt that it was important that we deal with that more head on. And now we're going to have this center with this name on it, and we'll be able to continue to tell that story over and over again in a way that students, I think, will identify with it. Then they're able to open up and talk to some peers about those challenges and have a center where they can go and engage with others and say, look, this is, you know, of course this is a challenge. Let's talk about it and let's get you the support early versus, you know, allowing you to continue to struggle and get into bigger issues.
The student wellness is so important, and alcohol and drug education is an important part of that. We have to put this out in the open and have this discussion to break that stigma so that these kind of conversations are comfortable. This is a step forward for the university to say, we care about our students and we want to be cutting edge nationally in how we care for them. That's a big moment.
So our mission is to advocate for well-informed, healthful choices while empowering students to strive for wellness. Our vision is to become leaders in education, support, and research. And while our mission and vision are strategic and future-focused, William's story is what keeps us grounded, student-centered, and focused on helping each student succeed at the University of Mississippi. We provide several services to equip students to make healthful choices and strive for wellness. We provide access to Rebel Aid, an educational program centered around reducing harm related to substance use. We provide wellness education consultations, which allow students to meet with the wellness representative one-on-one to discuss resources and tools related to substance safety and mental wellness. And then we provide EDHE presentations, which are presentations provided by our wellness representatives upon request that discuss a variety of topics related to student health and wellness. Our key objectives are to keep students safe when they engage with any of our services, and for this reason, all of our services are even offered virtually during the fall. There are several ways a student can engage with us, and the easiest way, of course, is simply to take part in any number of the wellness education programs or workshops we offer throughout the semester. We announce this through our social media at Magee Center 1, and students are always welcome to attend. Students interested in more hands-on work with the William Magee Center are encouraged to apply for the Student Wellness Ambassadors. The Student Wellness Ambassadors, or SWA, are a sponsored health and education peer group and are a team of responsible student leaders who provide health-related programming on campus. And then for students seeking a supportive environment to recover from substance use disorders, we also facilitate our collegiate recovery community. This community ensures students have a place of sustained academic and social support to address the unique challenges they face while in recovery. Again, all of these services are offered virtually over the fall, enabling you to participate from anywhere in the world. We are constantly adding new events and options for our services, and then I encourage that any students interested in our work keep up with us on social media at Magee Center 1. So thank you for watching this brief presentation on some of our services and our work. And if you have any questions, please reach me at Selston, SEELSTON @olemiss.edu.